One of Gwynedd Council's priorities is to keep children safe. As a Cabinet member, I want to make sure that we do this as effectively as possible, working in a way that helps to make changes for the well-being of the child. Key to this is the way we talk to children and families working together for the welfare of the child. How do we get the best conversations that we can about these important changes to keep children safe? The Effective Child Protection Project will look at this and we'll get to grips with changing our practice with families.
When we worry about a child's safety, we discuss how we're going to support families to change things in child protection conferences. The meetings can be very difficult for families. It's hard to talk about things that aren't working without someone sounding judgmental and people being defensive. We see that these conversations can create conflict, which then creates a barrier to work effectively with families. Through this work, we try to use different language with families, one of collaboration rather than confrontation. In our conferences, we have been clearer about the 2 or 3 changes required for us to see the child being safer on a day-to-day basis. This focus on change is important. This is what we're trying to do better when safeguarding children.
My role is that of practice mentor in the Children and Families Service in Gwynedd. We introduce ideas and skills through training, and in my role I support workers on an individual basis and in group sessions to try to support these skills to be embedded when working with families. We talk about real situations. The conversations we have support workers to reflect on what they do. We support staff to consider their practice and potentially do things differently. Changing the way we work can also be a challenge for us as workers.
Child protection work is difficult. Now we're trying to change the way that we work. There is often conflict in this field and this can be very challenging. We're trying to work effectively and meaningfully with families on very difficult matters in their lives. It isn't always possible. There is now more focus on what is important for the family and we are clear about how things are changing for the children.
We can't deny that working this way feels harder. It's easier to scratch the surface. It's difficult to keep trying to work together during a storm of conflict, but this is why we do our job, to make a difference for children and make sure things change for them. Concentrating on what needs to change and keeping track of how it is going is a lot more effective nowadays. The key is to focus on change and measuring progress.
We continue to learn while developing our practice. We are learning from others and are also keen to share our experiences. You can keep up to date with our work on our website www.effectivechildprotection.wales.